friends, it's Amy at Doki Doki Forest. Welcome. I'm so glad you are here. Today we're going to be doing some gentle journaling, or hashtag gentle journaling, as Janet Nash likes to say. That is a hashtag that she created that you can be part of. If you would like to do some gentle journaling, just use the hashtag and tag Janet. And speaking of Janet Nash, what I'm going to work on today are the prompts that she had on her live stream on Monday. So every Monday, she has a live stream, which you can show up for and be there and be part of the chat and see what she's up to live. Or you can always watch the replay if you can't make it for the live event. And during that time, she shares something that she's working on and we all have a chat. And then she also pulls some art prompts, which you can do if you would like. So she pulls anywhere from 3 to 5 or 6 usually. And this week, we have transformation, rainbow, fish, and film strip. So I wanted to take these art prompts from Janet and turn it into a journal page. This is my mixed media prompt book. So this is where I have done a lot of prompts. I started last year and I'm still going. I still have a few pages left in the back here. Not many. Well, it looks like more than I thought actually. So maybe a few more weeks worth of prompts and then it'll be done. No rush though. And I did share a flip through of like the first, maybe it was like this much, maybe the first half or so. So I'm going to do another flip through of this chunk here. I was going to wait until this part was done at the end, but I don't know, maybe I'll flip through what I have so far. That's a whole nother video. So let's look at the prompts. Transformation, rainbow, fish, and film strip. So the only thing I have done so far is I put gesso on this page to prepare it. So that way if I want to paint on it, I can, because these pages are thin. These are not really made for mixed media. So the gesso helps strengthen them and make it so that way if I put something really wet on here, it doesn't just soak through to all the other pages. It gives it a nice texture too. So I am thinking of some kind of a story about a fish that transforms. Now my first thought I had was I was thinking about a fish that you are watching this film strip and you're sort of watching evolution. So it starts off as a fish and then it slowly gets legs and you can see it turning into some sort of an amphibian or frog, something like that. I was thinking about doing that, and then I kind of changed that idea. Now I'm thinking about maybe making it more about a fish who can transform into a fish person. So I thought maybe a mermaid, maybe a regular person, maybe just sort of like a fish-ish kind of person. I'm not sure. And the other thing I've grabbed is for the film strip, I have this piece of cardstock. And I know it's kind of small because I was hoping to do maybe 4 panels here for the film strip, but I think I'm only going to be able to do 2 probably on here. And I could draw a film strip too. I could just paint one, but I was thinking of doing something like this just to have another texture. And I got some, I was gonna say stamps, not stamps, hole punches, or just punches. And I was thinking I could just pop 2 holes in here so I know it's not going to be like a traditional film strip. But let's try it. I think it might look cool. It might not at all. That's how my projects go. It might be cool, it might not be, I don't know. I say just go for it, and like if you really don't like it, you can do something else. But I mean, you know, what have I got to lose? So I'm thinking I'll do some strange, this is a strange film strip. Perhaps this is a special sort of underwater film. Now let me get my paper cutter. I know I have that under the old desk. This is an old paper cutter from the 90s. It's like Creative Memories. It's like my corner rounder. This is another thing from Creative Memories. Those are like old scrapbook day supplies, but they're still very useful. So let me take a little off that side. It's still sharp too, so that's a plus. So now we have our two panels here, but you know, film strips have those holes going down the side, so I thought maybe I could use this star and just kind of, it's going to be kind of random. Wait a minute, that's not punching. Let me put this to the side for 1 second. Yeah, this is kind of random-ish because I'm not really doing a film strip the way it would look. This is like some kind of a strange film strip with circles and stars, and the stars may or may not line up. Most likely they won't, because I'm not too precise about this kind of stuff. I don't mind if they're not like evenly spaced and all that kind of stuff. And you know, I got these little stars after, so I'm gonna put those up there because actually maybe I will glue those on after. This star punch came in a kiwi crate, which was like a monthly craft crate that my kids used to get. And it came with some really useful supplies like this sort of thing. So they don't really use this, but I do. Alright. So here is our film strip. And, you know, doesn't quite look like a film strip. I think there's supposed to be a line here in between, right? Or, no, I guess not. I guess that is the line in between. It just looks different because of the circles. Okay. So say we have our film strip, like right here. And then we want to have a drawing that will fit in here. I just need like one of my, I have some scraps of watercolor paper, so whenever I use my watercolor, I make some characters or whatever I'm up to. I always have this paper left, so I hold on to that for just such reasons as this. I am going to trace these circles so that way I know how big to make the circles. I can go a little bit bigger. This side has a little bit of stuff, but that's okay. A little bit of paint. So I'm going to do this just to give myself an idea, but I can, as I say, I can go a little bit bigger because I do want to tape it to the back of the film strip. All right. So let's draw a fish in this one and kind of like a half fish, or maybe I should do the full transformation. So let's get sketching and we'll see what we wind up with. Okay, so we have our two fish sort of characters, and we're going to wait for this to dry. While this is drying, we can work on the background. So my story I'm thinking of is there is this person, a scuba diver or something like that, that's gone into the water, and they actually saw this fish transform into the fish person. But they just got a picture of this fish here as a full fish, and this thing, which is sort of like mid-transformation, so it looks weird, and then they didn't get another picture. So they're trying to show this, going like, look, I saw this transforming fish. It turned into this beautiful lady, or maybe it wasn't a beautiful lady, I don't know. And the other person's like, no, you're showing me two fish. That's a fish, and that's still a fish. That is not a person. And they're like, no, I'm telling you, I saw it. So it's a fish story. And the rainbow might just be like the transforming like aura around the characters here. So we have this film strip, and then I'll probably have, maybe I'll draw like a hand holding it up or something like that, like right here. And so I'm thinking it would be kind of funny if they're holding up the film strip trying to say like, look. And then in the background, you can actually see the character, like, you know, there's some rocks here, there's the water, and then maybe you can see the character sitting like right here. So for this background, I'm going to use some paint. I'm going to do finger painting, and I'm just going to make a very basic. Now, should I put that there so I know that that's there? I wonder if I should sort of glue that in, because it's going to be hard to do after I have the acrylic. Let me think. And I want to have a hand kind of holding on to, do I want to have a hand holding on to this? I could just put it like right there. Might be easier to just have it like that, because I don't know if I want to do a hand holding on to it. And then, you know what? We can just mark this. If this is where the film strip is, then I know I can paint all here. So let's get out some paints. Let's get ready to get messy. So these fingers, they're going to get messy. Yes. So I don't actually need to do sand. I could do a little. See, this is what I do. I go back and forth in my mind. I'm like, I could do that. I don't know. I'm going to do it. I'm going to, whoa, that is a ton. That's a ton for just a little spot of sand. Can I suction it back in? Not really. Well, you know what? That's what this page is for. I can always, if I have extra paint, which I will, because like I said, this is a ton. It's nice and cold. You get that like tactile feeling, which you may or may not like. I love it. So I'm just going to go ahead, and I guess there's more sand and maybe even water on this side too. And I didn't put gesso on this side because I wasn't planning on doing anything over here. So this could be interesting. Yeah, this is way too much. Hold on. Let me put some of this back. No, I can't put it back. I have to use it. Use it or lose it. All right, we're going to use it then. A ton of sand over here. You know, you just never know. I can probably figure out something to turn this into. A sand monster. There's so much of it. There's no beach on this side, so I don't know. I don't know. All right, here we go. Now it's a little bit. No, it's still very thick right there. What should I turn this left side into? Let me know. Let me know if you have any ideas, or I could just always write the prompts over here too. I could just use this as the base and just write down some prompts and do some little doodles and stuff over there. All right, here we go. Now we have our sand here. Don't want that much of it. And I didn't put anything down underneath, so I can just get it right on the table. Now I have 2 fingers involved in the finger painting. I should just get all of them involved. All right, now we're going to take this. We're going to make some water. And I'll probably get another blue too and mix that in. And afterwards, I'll put a little white here to kind of separate the water from the beach. And we could have a sky too. could kind of, maybe this is the water, and then, oops, some sand in there. There's some sand in that water. And then I'll find another blue for the sky. And then when I make the character sitting on a rock over here, I will probably have them, probably do it in watercolor, and then I'll cut that out and stick that on top. Yeah, see, I gotta use another finger because that finger still had some of the sand color. Sand color is gold ochre, so in case you were curious. And then this one is just Tahiti blue. I thought it was going to say turquoise. All right, I'm gonna put this over here because I got some extra on my finger. And let's pick, oh yeah, there's extra on this finger too. We'll clean up over here. Not really, because we're just picking up more paint from that color. See, look, ooh, messy, messy, messy. All right, let's use some of these crayons and make this sky. Just for something a little different. So we have a couple different things we're playing with. We're going to play with watercolor, we're going to play with acrylic, and we'll play with, these are the Caran d'Ache water soluble aquarelle pastel crayons. Easy for me to say. Okay, so let's do that, and then we will get my creaky chair. No, we'll get this watercolor brush, and we will go ahead and activate these crayons. And I'm really loving playing with these crayons lately. I bought them a couple of years ago, but I hadn't really played with them too much, so I'm really trying to take them out and use them because they are a ton of fun. I love the way you still have the texture in here. So you activate it, but you still see a texture. Alright, so that's going to be our sky. There we go. Alright, so that's pretty much dry. It's still a little bit wet right there, but I'm just going to go ahead and add this metallic taupe, it says. I'm looking for like a rock-ish color, so this is good. And we're just going to have a rock here, and this is just for our character to hang out on. So I'm just going to, I might make a couple of rocks. It's not looking very rockish right now, but let's see. So we have like one that's right here. Can make that pretty big, and then I'm going to make another one that's right here. So we can have a few. It's a very rocky shore. I have a bunch of paint that's like on the top of my finger. There we go. And then I'm just going to put some little dots here to try to texture up the sand a little bit. So those can just be like little, just the sand in different colors, or maybe some small rocks or some shells, just a little something there. And I'm going to add a little bit of white for the sea foam here at the front where the water is meeting the sand. And a big blob came out, which I did not want. It's the theme of the day, is getting blobby paint. So we'll put it over here. Put all our, everything is going over here. It's always good to have another piece of paper or a journal page or something you can kind of use when this kind of thing happens and you get like some extra stuff that you weren't counting on. And you can just use your finger and make some patterns or just wipe it off. This one's like, I look like the Tin Man on that finger over there. Alright. Let's see what we can do with this. This is still a little bit too much. blending that in a little bit in some places. Who knows what this page will become over here. And we could put some foam here at the bottom of these rocks too. Maybe there's some foam out here too. Some waves. And we can make some clouds. So you can always use extra paint. You can just put it around different places. Find a use for it. You can even put a little something on the rock there, a little shine maybe. Put another little rock there. Alright. I think that is pretty good for this for now. We can add some more stuff, but we'll leave it. Leave it for now to let that dry. And I guess I'll just kind of mix this in a little more with the sand here. So I kind of don't want it to be... There we go. There we go. All right. So let's leave that. And then next we'll go back. I like to go back and forth. So while this is drying now, I'll go back because our inked fish should be good. So I'll go ahead and erase the pencil marks on there and we'll do the watercolor. And I still have to do rainbow. I think I'm going to do rainbow behind the fish or some kind of, maybe not in this one. Maybe this one will have like a rainbow aura. But for right now, we're just going to go ahead and paint our little betta fish. Or actually, the fish itself could be rainbow. So maybe I'll do that. These are done. We can go ahead and cut these out. And actually, I think I'm going to add a little white gel pen to these as well to go around these bubbles here. And maybe add a little something in here. Add a couple scales. Alright, so when I put this over here, there's still a white space there, right there. You can see, so I'm just going to go ahead and fill that in a little bit with these colors. dokie. Put that over there. I'm going to grab my white gel pen, and I'm just going to add a little bit of white gel pen to the hair. And I'm thinking I will add some of the fish scales, because otherwise it might look like this person's wearing clothes, like rainbow clothes, and I want you to know, like, nope, this is the fish. There's all the scales. So we've got some scales on there. So they turned into almost a person, you know, a person with scales. Okay, so this is dry, but the only thing that's bothering me about this piece is that I feel like there should be a hand kind of holding that film strip. So I drew a thumb to kind of hang on to the edge of that. Like, I want it to really look like someone's holding it, saying, look, look, look. And then I realized, well, why is that thumb randomly there? There should be like the rest of the hand, you should be able to see like a little bit of the hand there. And then I thought, well, the hand would be here too. You wouldn't just see the sand there. You'd have to have, you know, you'd see the palm of the hand like underneath here. So, so it's a little awkward, but I think I like it. So I'm going to just go ahead, glue all these things down, and I will paint this as well. I just wasn't sure if I was going to put it on there, but now that I see it, I do like it like that. I guess I should glue that on, that piece on first, or no, I'll I adjust as I go. Sorry about that. Gentle journaling is, you know, you get to come along with me for the ride with all the twists and turns. It may not be quite as gentle as promised. A few more bumps in the road. So now we have our hand on there pretty good. The only other thing I think I would like to do at this time, well, I might add some more rocks there actually, but I feel like I want to outline this film strip. I feel like I should have a line there and a line there to kind of make it look more film strippy. Now this could be a mistake. I am going to use a ruler for this just so I don't accidentally go over any of the other things, but I feel like I kind of want to have some sort of a line here. Did that come out? Hold on, that didn't come that didn't come out at all. Let me try again. Here we go. And I don't mind if it's a squiggly line. That's fine. I don't need it to be a neat line. I just want it to be sort of straight-ish. So we're going to do that. And put one on this side too. I kind of went over one of the stars. That's what I didn't want to do, but it's okay. That's okay. Yeah, just to make it look a little more like film strippy, I guess. And I'm just going to put a line. I'm just going to define this circle here. But when I say define, I don't mean straight lines and continuous lines. And it's all just kind of scribbly, because I don't like things to be too precise. So I just want to outline these so they look a little more like a film strip would look, with just that differentiation between the white and the black. Just a few lines. These are just edits that you make as you look at it and you think like, well, maybe a little something else. And even if it doesn't turn out exactly how you wanted it to, it's still fun to play around, and you know, you don't have to get bent out of shape if things don't work. It's okay. Just think of it more as experimenting. Now what about over here? Can I kind of make some detail with this? No, you know what I have to use? I have to use like a Posca pen to go over those rocks now. So let me find my Posca pen here somewhere on the desk. The challenge is finding it. Okay, I found one here. So we can kind of make some lines and stuff on the rock. Some dots. Just to give it a little bit of something happening here, so it doesn't look just totally smooth, because you know, rocks have all kinds of little like divots. And maybe I'll put some dots on the beach, some little like, just some gradation between the sand and some other stuff going on there. And I don't think I'm going to define any of that too much. I think that is pretty good. Of course, I could keep going and add more, but I think I really kind of achieved what I wanted to here. We have our transformation. Here's mid-transformation here. This fish is transforming, so we have the picture of the beta fish and then mid-transformation, and then there's pretty much the full transformation. We can't see the legs there behind the rock, but you can see that now they have hands and hair instead of fins and fins. Rainbow, we have the rainbow colored fish. Film strip we have right here. So then we have our person saying, look, 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 I got it on film. And the other one saying, nope, I don't see it. I just see two fish. And meanwhile, both of them are totally missing in the background, like, hey, right here. Thank you so much for joining me here today for some gentle journaling. And I look forward to seeing you again next time. I hope you have some gentle journaling of your own today or this weekend. And I'll see you again soon.